Yes, sir. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our guest today on the show is an on-air personality, event host, video jockey, podcaster, artist, and also a hype man. What else did I miss out? Ladies and gentlemen, we have got Sheye Banks in the building.
It is. That's some accolade.
Yes, sir.
What else did I miss out?
A&R,
Okay.
music executive, pioneer of the Afro hype genre.
Oh, and
But you're bad, so you nailed it. Thank you so much for the intro.
Love, especially the fact that you said we should add the A&R to it, because I remember that Barnabas, Kiss Daniel's Barnabas, you are the A&R, and you are always just in our faces like so
listen to the song.
And then when he puts out a statement, it goes A&R.
Yes.
Bye.
A&R by. They have to know. This year I told myself I'm gonna, just take all my wins. I'm gonna brag about all the things that I do this year, and that's what I'm going
Because
to.
if you don't brag about the things you do,
Oh,
well done, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, it's so good to have you here. And we talked about being a hype man and all that, and this is an industry on its own.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because the other day I remember that we had Sheye on the show too, and then it was talking about this. And I saw a post that you put up, and you said that there is this unity of some sorts in the industry, and this is because of the hype men and their attitude to stuff. And that if somebody has used a lamba before, who says another person cannot use the lamba?
We give you back to back to back to back.
And all that. So I really wanted, because I wouldn't even have thought that there was a problem, there was a challenge. Yeah, there are challenges everywhere, but I wouldn't have thought that there was a problem, considering the fact that you make people happy. So what's now you people's problem?
I know, right? I mean, I got a lot of DMs for that particular post, and for me, I particularly talked about the foundation of hype. You know, for a lot of industries like the DJs, like MCs, like a lot of media personalities, we have mentors, we have people that train us and put us through these things. But for the hype industry, there was nobody. There was no foundation, there was no academy. What you had to learn by yourself. So I think there was no unity because of that. So when you do something that is wrong, there's nobody to correct you and say what you're doing is wrong, because there was no unity and there was no foundation. So for me, I had to put it out there like, yo, we that already have the foundation, that already know what we're doing, let's try and make sure that the people coming after us are doing it right. You know, at first, Toby Shanga and Jerry Shaffer had a thing
major one.
And I wanted to be sure that that kind of thing won't happen again. I was trying to talk to some other hype men known as Correct Boy and talk to Fresh Bliss, something like that. So I made that statement, and at the end of the day, hype is a craft that is not supposed to be bad competition. It's healthy competition. When you hype, you're supposed to hype somebody, not just hype yourself. You know, like I can hype you now and say, you are the greatest, looking bling bling, looking fly in your hoodie and black shoes, and you know, I have to hype you. And I
those for
you know,
hype.
exactly.
Those for your hype, it's for you.
And you're looking so beautiful in that green,
green
and glow. My G, you're looking fly in all that kicks.
You already know.
International dollar bills. You know, so I need to be able to hype you and make you feel it's supposed to be healthy. I shouldn't be able to hype myself and say I'm the baddest, and you are not. Do you understand what I'm saying? It should be healthy. You should be able to, you can brag about who you are, but don't make someone else feel less of themselves by doing that.
But isn't it crazy that this whole hype man thing just started? It's like new, and all of a sudden there's that discord already.
Well, it's new to the mainstream.
Yes.
Because I would say that hyping is not new, because from way back, you go to parties, you have people doing your stuff, singing your praises and all that. The praise
now that is a craft.
So you people modernized it, right?
You know, shout out to MC Larry D. Larry D has been doing this from way back, over a decade. Shout out to Special with Mo Hits, shout out to Dotun, Shoni, Jimmy. I mean, I was in the mix. I started 8 years ago. So, I mean, I'm a blend of old and new. But I started Afro Hype, which is the hype music thing. I started it in 2019. So it's relatively new, you know, the Lamba. That's what we call it right now. So at the end of the day, it's laying that right foundation. The old guys laying it for the new guys to know that, yo, we have to create that unity, that accord between ourselves to make sure that we achieve something great and make sure that it stays as mainstream. You know, Goya may not have the biggest hype record last year, and who knows what's going to happen this year. So we have to align together and make good things happen.
Okay, enough about hype, because you're more than just a hype man. Let's talk about your journey. You started as an OAP back in Abuja, came to Lagos, and you've been doing a whole lot. And we all know that OAPs listen to a lot of music while working. So what was it with the transition into music as an artist?
Yeah, I started my journey about 13 years ago in Lagos before going to Abuja even and coming back. And transition from music to music, from radio to music, right? It's always been a part of me. I would say the media is my foundation, hype is my growth. You know, if your foundation is not solid, you can't have a proper structure. Like if the building is solid, if this building doesn't have a solid foundation, you can't have a standing building. You know, so the media, the radio, TV is always going to be a part of me. I'm still doing that.
Of course.
True that.
But right now, I'm just about the music because that's what I grew up listening to. You know, listening to Michael Jackson, moving from Westlife to becoming a B2K bad boy. You know, it's been a journey. It's been an amazing experience. And right now, I'm living my life, living my experience growing up.
And how's the experience been?
It's been amazing. It's been challenging as well. Now, when I started to do music, I know say you go spend money. It's crazy, man. And right now, some people will consider me an upcoming artist, you know, because I started my career as a media personality.
Okay.
So I'm here for the challenge, you know. I'm here to show that I'm just more than what it is. I'm just like Kanye West. You can call me the Nigerian Kanye West. Yes, I have.
Fast rising artist.
Yeah.
Now, still talking about music, you just dropped a project, a music video, that's with Files, Chills, and MI. How did that come about?
So yeah, 4 years ago, I started working on my album. One of the reasons why I started Afro Hype, because getting artists to work with you is a lot. You know, they're busy. MI, the greatest of all time. He's been traveling a long time. Files and I have been talking about working. And Chills, you know, is my guy, is my G. He's been producing for me. And then he was in the studio, make the beats. And I'm happy. You know? He decided, you know, everybody was having a good time. Guy, Files and MI, they'll sit good on this record. You know, so we decided to do the link up. It happened. We shot the video twice because we couldn't get all of them to be in the same location at the same time. That's why I said, this is not Chibo. So, I mean, yeah, it was a lot, you know, but I'm thankful. I'm happy that, you know, it was worth it. It came out right, and everything is just great.
All right, so let's check out the video he's talking about, and when we get back, Sheye Banks is still in the building.
And welcome back. We still have Sheye Banks right here in the building. I'm happy. Did I put it there? I'm happy.
APPY.
Happy. No,
There's
no H in this one.
I'm
All right, so talking about happiness, which of your crafts
Happiness
gives you the best happiness? Like, when do you feel very happy? Is it when you're on radio, or when you're being a hype man, or an artist, or dancing, or doing A&R? Which one gives you the most happiness?
To be honest, I can't quantify which one is more. Like, you're putting me on the spot now.
Oh, yeah?
To be honest, like, I think I enjoy doing everything. You know, I've been doing radio for a long time. It's a part of me. I think it's one of the hardest struggles to leave radio and say I want to do something else. Also, you know, the reason why I'm on the radio is because of music. Yeah. And when I'm listening to music, I feel alive.
Everything is just interwoven and it's under the umbrella of entertainment.
Thank you so
I really
much.
get it. Interesting.
So it's right to call you an entertainer.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's talk about the EP you dropped. That is Party and Vibes, right?
Yeah.
You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, I dropped Party and Vibes Volume 1 in January last year, 2021. I just dropped Volume 2. It's an Afro Hype project. It's like hype music. It's like the F.I. You don't know to be shy.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so it's the foundation. It's the first of its kind. I dropped the first project that was the first of its kind in Africa. And I saw that, you know, it had a lot of potential, a lot of growth. I've seen a lot of hype men make careers out of that. And I decided, you know what, let's take it to another level. When I started there was no blueprint. There was no format. You know, I just did what I could. But now seeing that, okay, now you can drive it towards TikTok, shout out to the likes of Toby Shang and Black, you know, doing that. I decided to make music that complemented that, you know, and I added it all together from the songs I made before. I made volume 2. So now it's an international project, and yeah, I love to see it.
Now let's talk about guys that will want to venture into hype business. What kind of advice would you give these guys?
Remember, consistency. This is something I always say to a lot of people, especially a lot of fast rising hype men that I see. Consistency is better than blistering speed. It's very easy to get like a big gig, get on that stage, and you make money, you feel like you're the yoga. But if you're not consistently delivering on that level, they might not call you back to come. So you need to remember, and you need to also watch the crowd, study the crowd. If you want to make hype music, you need to know what's trending, what is relatable. You need to be able to touch on very sensitive topics and deliver at the same time. Also know when to bounce on the music, because there's some hype men that just make noise, they just
give you back to back.
So everything is just organized.
Exactly, but you need to be able to watch when to come on music. Like, hype men are sometimes described as music fillers.
Okay.
Like, there's some void places on the song where you can just drop some
So you
gems.
have to study.
You have to study the music. And if you don't know your music properly, you won't know when to come on a song as a hype man. So yeah, you need to study the music, know your music properly very well, like a DJ would.
Yeah.
You need to study the music and know when to get that crowd reaction as well.
Especially when they're playing just instrumentals.
The lamba comes from...
So you know the look face?
Seems like you have been going to the club a lot.
No, see, I love the part where the instrumentals just come on and the drum, and then my just go, 2 bottle, 1 bottle, 2 bottle.
Absolutely.
So let's just talk about what next for Sheye Banks. So what are we expecting from you?
So I'm starting the Afro Hype Tour. I'm going on the Afro Hype Nation Tour very soon. I'm starting Port Harcourt this Tuesday, Abuja after that. Going across a lot of states in the country.
Cash out season, man.
And then doing the European and the American tour as well this year too. Hopefully May for London. And yeah, a lot. I'm taking a lot of hype men with me on the road. This in Nigeria, and then a few artists for the Afro Hype Tour. So it's going to be a lot for that. And dropping my album, Statement of Account, is supposed to... My next single is with Zinoliski, Lighter, and Mobad on one song. I have Peruzzi and Buju, or Benson.
Benson.
Benson now.
On my album. I've got LAX, T Classic, Crayon, Bella Shmurda, Victoni, a lot of big names on the album. Yeah, there's so much in the works.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Sheye Banks, for coming through. And of course, we're right here any day, anytime. Yes, we'll go on a quick break, and we'll be back with today's Daily Top 5. Don't go nowhere. Thank you very much once again.